Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. I just wanted to kind of just go through the archives of former college football logos and also secondary logos and see kind of the evolution and also see if maybe a former logo is better than a team's current logo. I've got maybe like 12 or 13 different teams. We're going to look at the primary and the secondary logos, starting with Ohio State. You can see their overall primary logo. I think their best one is the new one that they have in 2013. They slightly changed the one from 1991 to 2013. You can see making it a little bit more bold. The other two are just terrible in my opinion. Those are just retro crap logos that they needed to get rid of. And then the secondary logo is just the O. Some people actually think this should be Ohio State's main logo because it looks more clean. The only way I could see this being Ohio State's main logo is if you included a little accessory on the O, like maybe the Buckeye leaves or something like that. I just feel like something would need to be included. Otherwise, it does look pretty bland, but it also is clean. We're seeing teams kind of transition into the more simplistic, clean, bold look, and that's exactly what the Block O is. So it'd be interesting to see if Ohio State might actually try and switch to something a little bit more simple rather than having all the lettering in their primary logo. Moving to Oklahoma, that first one is awesome, but other than that, I think Oklahoma definitely did a good job. You can see their they just switched recently. I should put that in quotation marks because I don't think anything really changed other than maybe a slight. I actually don't even think anything changed from their logos. Their two recent logos. It looks the exact complete same thing, but their other ones are all horrible. I'll say their best one in terms of old time was the 1951 wagon one, but other than that, all of them are not good. The newer one looks a lot more clean, and then their secondary logos, a lot of it's just college basketball, so they also do have a Block O, which doesn't, I guess for Oklahoma, but now that would just be kind of known for Ohio State. And then they do have the entire state with their logo inside the state as well. The basketball one in 2001 to 2008, that looks decent, I guess. But other than that, these really aren't the best. I guess the Sooner 1950 old time one is decent. Going to Notre Dame, you can see they made theirs. This is actually noticeable. They did make their logo more skinny, and you can tell. It does look better. This is what a lot of the universities are doing. They want it cleaner. They want it a little bit more simplistic looking. And while looking at these two logos next to each other, it doesn't look like there's much of a difference. But when you step back and actually look at it, the 2015, the newer one is better. It just is. It just looks better on the eye. And then Notre Dame probably has the best secondary logos of any college football team. I think, to me, the best one is that there's several, but I would say the one on the far right bottom with the dark blue and gold, the shamrock, that's just, I would love to see that be their main logo. It's just awesome. It just looks really, really cool. And then even that shamrock in the middle, the 2006 to 2015 with the dark blue outline. Look at the one to the left. It looks like a fungus. I don't even know what. Both of those look like funguses. But the shamrocks to me are really cool. I would love to see them, even if it's just for a week, make the shamrock their main logo so it shows up on the scoreboard as their main logo. I think it'd be cool. I don't know. Maybe for the Ohio State game next year. But those are sweet. The color schemes on them are really cool in my opinion. And then they also do have a bunch of these. These were really interesting to look at, especially the early ones at the top. That different font, the 1964 to 1968. Weird fonts, but those are just kind of obnoxious in my opinion. The light green one, the 2006 to 2015, that's just light green that has nothing around it. It looks like North Dakota's logo a little bit. But overall, that's those. Moving to Penn State's. So Penn State definitely cleaned theirs up. in my opinion, making it very simple. It's one of the best logos, just the Nittany Lion, just very clean. You don't need the Penn State lettering. Clean it up. Just make it the logo. That's what they did. And then their secondary logo. So their secondary logo is now their main logo. That's what some teams have done. You can see that was their secondary logo. And I have to say, the paw print is so clean. It looks like, you know what? That should be Pittsburgh's logo. It really should. It's very clean. But also the Nittany Lion, the 1996 to 2008 one of the newer ones, that's clean as well. Anything that involves the word Penn State, I just think is clunky. It just looks clunky to me. Without it, it's very clean, and the little print there is a really good one. Or maybe that should be the North Carolina logo. Moving to Purdue, you've got the old logos there. And then there is some controversy with this one. A lot of people like their logo that they had all the way up until 2012 with the train. They've moved, like pretty much everyone else, to a more simplistic look, just the P. But yeah, I could definitely see, maybe just making that one with the train a little bit more modern, and it would be a dope looking logo. I agree. But the thing that I don't like about Purdue's logo, it's just, I don't like the font. There's something off about the font to me, in my opinion. You can take a look at their secondary logos. They're fine. The newer one, the one with the train, that they transitioned, that was kind of their main logo, and then they transitioned it to their secondary one. Moving to Nebraska, it's virtually been the same thing, but there is a little bit of a change from their last one. They just made it more skinny, and it does look better. You can see they had the Huskers incorporated. I think that looks cluttered. It looks bad. The block N is very clean. And then looking at their secondary logos, this is just a mess. I really don't even know what to... The ones at the top... The one at the top right looks like an old Houston Rockets basketball logo. And then you've got the helmet. You've got just the really skinny N. I mean, some of those are just so bad. Some of them are basketball logos as well. But overall, I think all of those are ugly. Any of them that incorporates the state are ugly and clunky. That's not even a logo. Moving to North Carolina. So North Carolina, definitely, we're seeing the theme where they're just taking their previous logo and just enhancing it slightly. So you can see the dark blue outline, and it does look better. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. It makes it look better. You can see it's basically the same logo from 1900. They just fattened it up, and they should do a throwback night with that old logo. But to me, their logo from 1996 to 2004, it's doing way too much. It looks really bad. I mean, what is that? And then looking at their secondary logo, you can see there's some Tar Heel, the foot. I think the best foot is on the bottom left. That's just the best. Maybe the top. Maybe just above the top. But they should really do a game where they have that as their main logo. The Tar Heel, in my opinion. All their other ones are pretty crappy. Any logo that includes a mascot, I'll be honest, I think is horrible. That might be a hot take, but to me, they're very ugly. If you're going to include a mascot, it's too much going on for a logo. It's too much. The color scheme is so important for a logo as well. That's the other thing. Next, you have Oregon. They've certainly upgraded their logo. So they've really trademarked that font of kind of a weird skinny O that has really skinny tops and bottoms and then fat on the side. Their old logo was horrible from 94 to 98. My goodness, they definitely upgraded it. And then their secondary logos. I remember the duck with the wings from that still is their secondary logo. It feels like that type of thing where they would have the wings was really present during the Chip Kelly era, but I don't really see it anymore. And then that newer one that they have in the bottom right, the duck, I've never seen that before in my life, but apparently that's one of their alternate logos that gets used, but I've never seen it before. Moving to Pittsburgh, their first logo is just kind of a panther stalking. It looks like a malnourished panther trying to hunt for food. It's about to go extinct. But you can see they've definitely upgraded. They have the exact same logo they did in 1987. So they went away from that. The cursive, it is a really good cursive font, I'll be honest. Then they go to the blocks in 2005. They go back to the cursive, but they go with the darker shade of blue. And then they come back and make it kind of like a bright, like a bright purple maybe? No, that's not what that color is. It's like a bright blue. I think that's the only way I can describe it. Like a light, bright blue. I mean, look at their logo from 72 to 74 in the upper right. My God, is that... I mean, it's just, what is going on with the P? The P is massive. And there is a nice little a lion walking across... Or a panther, that's what it's supposed to be, walking across it. And then they barely changed it. But, yeah, that's just not good. Either way, I would say they did a good job with this logo. Personally, and then their secondary logos... You know, what is that? A jackrabbit? Come on, what? It's like a rat in the top left. But overall, their secondary logos, they do have a very clean, just P in the bottom left. I like that. It's a very clean looking thing. But yeah, these are just secondary logos. I mean, what is going on in the middle there? 1990, second row. It looks like a third grader's homework. I mean, what is that? Something very... I know it's supposed to be a panther, but come on. That is... What is supposed to be a saber tooth or something? In 2001 on the right? It's like a saber tooth in a diamond. Who knows what's going on with some of these? Next, we have Rutgers. So what's going on with the first one? I can't even tell. I guess it's a knight, but I don't know who would think that was a good design. The 1981 one is terrible. Just a horrible font and like that. Just what even is that? And then the newer ones, it's the exact same thing. They go straight to the very simplistic design and then they enhance it slightly, which is virtually what they did. They made it slightly a darker red. That is all they did from 2016 to present in their newer logo. It is just the black R. And I would say, I mean, it's just way more better than all the other ones on the top. It's not even close. There's just too much going on. Even in the 1997 one, it's just too much going on to be a good logo. It's got to be more simplistic than that. I will say I do really like, and it kind of does look like St. Louis basketball, their logo, but the one on the bottom left, those are good logos, man. I would consider if I was Rutgers switching it back, to be completely honest, to this as the main logo. I seriously would. I think that's good. I mean, look at the one in 1972. It's a clown. They made a clown for their university. Look at just the R from 1997 to 2001. Not the shield. I don't want the shield. But maybe the shield is good for Rutgers. I don't know. But no, I like the R. That's actually a really good font. That might be their new main logo. With that font from 97 to 2001, it really fits like the whole Rutgers vibe, the fighting vibe type thing. New Mexico State, I mean, I don't know what's going on. The first one looks like a cowboy with some type of arthritis. He can't even walk. And then they go straight to the state, and now you can see they've kind of up. I think it's a decent logo, but again, I don't really like seeing the mascots in it. But for New Mexico State, they really have no other choice because there's no way to make it like New Mexico. You can't spell it out, or I guess you can go with the abbreviation. Overall, I think it is a good logo. And I don't know, maybe the one from 2006 to 2016 is better. Maybe the one from 2005 to 2006 is better. No, I actually think the one with the lasso is the best. They made it worse. The one with the lasso or the one with the gun. It's close. It really is. It's very close. The secondary logos, I mean, the one looks like a... Oh, no, this is their main logo now. Yeah, so the one in the middle right is their main logo. Just the dude, that actually is their main logo right now because I see it all the time on ESPN. So they must have switched this from their secondary to their main. It looks like a member of the KKK. Honestly, that's what it looks like. I don't know. He's got it looks like a ghost. It's just his head with like a sheet So I don't know. But either way, there's that one. And then here's Northwestern. They're doing the same exact thing. They get really simplistic, and I do think it is the right thing. Most people would say with the cat, it looks good. Guys, trust me, when you have a logo, you want people to remember it. You don't want it to be cluttered. The cat makes it look retro. It makes it look like there's too much going on. You just want something bold and that people are going to remember. And then what's going on in 1959? That thing looks like a demon. Looking at their... Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. 1967. Wow, their secondary logo is really outdated. It's an NU, but it just looks so bad to me. But I don't know what's going on from 67 to 77. It looks like some type of dust storm. What is that supposed to... It looks... I don't even know. It looks like someone crapped all over that dude. Next, we have Oregon State. So this one actually had some controversy. A lot of people think Oregon State should go back to the one from 2006 to 2013. I actually think their newer one is good, but it does look like the beaver has a bit of a demented face. Like, it just looks too skinny. I don't know. There's something weird about it. But I do think the newer one is more clean for sure. That's just my opinion. Because people do like the earlier ones with the buck tooth. It looks like an autistic kid. I don't know what's going on there. And then their secondary ones. So they actually have two really cool secondary logos. They've got the All-American one, and then they've got the Night Owl. Like the night version with night vision. The beaver has night vision or something. It's got red eyes. No, they need to do one. That should be their main logo for a game. They need to do that for a game. Or do the American one for a game. Maybe on Labor Day or something, opening weekend, something like that. And then you've got Rutgers. I think Rutgers did a really good job with the LR. It looks like Hebrew type, a font, but it looks really clean compared to all their other ones. It looks like the American Eagle and stuff, You can't make it like that. Their secondary logos, I'll say the one in the bottom left, that's just the owl. That looks really clean. The owl with the wingspan looks like too much to me. But the owl in the bottom left looks good. And then the one in the middle, my goodness. That thing looks like it's stalking someone. And then you've got the alternative logos. And they literally I think they took the top left one from a commercial. The Lollipop commercial. I don't know. I think it's a troll. But you can see their secondary logo. It's like a silver version of it. All it is a silver, coloring. I just wanted to go over some old logos, just look at them. I could do it for other teams as well. Because it is interesting. The evolution of it's all getting very simplistic. It's just the letters now, which is the right move if we're being completely honest. It's what looks the best. They're all going away from the mascots because the mascots make it look really old and cluttered. And now it's really simplistic. So it's more boring, but I do think it's more better. And I think the best logo currently that we looked at in terms of right now, the Penn State logo has got to be the best. That's just my opinion. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description.